each other out on these first two maps. This is a big one. Mirage is going to be a huge contest, and a wonderful performance from ZywOo, as we've come to expect. Wonderful performance from Magus as well. So Vitality strike back, and now we get to see who takes the lead into the later stages of this best of 5. Team Liquid looking to rebound in a similar fashion.
See if he can make it work across the board with the entries. YEKINDAR certainly got shut down in the last game with the response from Magisk.
This is going to be a cool map too, because remember, Vitality yesterday against G2 was getting a little bit bruised and beat up and bullied on this map to a certain degree. And if it wasn't for some like really crazy rounds from Apex, remember jumping kills through smokes, dropping nades through smokes, he was doing some wild stuff to get them back into the game. So they better have looked at that and reviewed that and seen where the problems go wrong. They are going to start on the CT side, Liquid on the T side, and a massive amount of bodies in the B halls to head towards the B bomb site.
Smoke out from oSee. That one goes deep. Cover off the backside of the site. None toward the arch though, so Apex gonna have a free shot. Not a free hit though. Luckily Spinx does. They haven't spotted ZywOo yet. He's gonna have 2 guns and 2 targets. He'll find both of them. Oh no! Is that third one as he spins around? Dupree hits oSee. Pistol for Vitality.
Dualies are doing work today, Matt. We've seen the dualies.
I wasn't going to say it.
there is Apex, the classic. The finger guns are out. You love that from ZywOo. And look, Team Liquid throughout this tournament, throughout ESL Pro League, have run a lot of their T-pistol rounds on Mirage towards the B bomb site. We had Furia kind of counter-strat them. We had Cloud9 counter-strat them on this as well. And now you get Vitality shutting them down with a stack towards that B bomb site. Plenty of players take the attention away from ZywOo, and he makes them pay. Excuse me, I don't know if it wasn't Cloud9. There was another team who also ran a very heavy defense at the B bomb site, a stack. I was able to shut down Liquid's pistol round. So 1-0 for Vitality. And it's just unarmored Glocks for Team Liquid.
oSee, just chilling with that, Glock. That's all they got. So we'll see if they can make anything out of this, because didn't get a plant in the last one. That's why they've elected for the full save this time to get that 3rd round bye. And Apex, being Apex, has decided, you know what? I'll join you in that party. You guys don't want to buy guns? I won't either.
You know what matter was Movistar Riders.
We'll save the planet together. Movistar, yeah, what about them?
Who was able to shut him down in a pistol round at the B bomb site, and Furia, those 2 teams. So, you know, Movistar, Cloud9, basically the same thing. ZywOo and Spinx, definitely tear them apart. Triple kill from Spinx, and it's 2-0.
So now we'll get the guns for Team Liquid, and likewise for Apex. He saved to get himself up to a $5,300 situation. Yeah, this is what I thought. Apex is going to go straight on to an AWP. That's going to get handed to ZywOo. So he was saving because he's a smart and very generous teammate.
He said in a piece of content with me earlier in the event, it's played a couple times, that, you know, it's basically what he's doing right now for ZywOo is just being that guy who drops him whatever weapon he needs when he needs it. He just hands him over, whatever it might be. He was willing to sacrifice anything to make sure ZywOo's got his comfort, and that's probably exactly what you should do considering the caliber of ZywOo. Molotov, I don't know if made it all the way. Spinx is going to grab the opening kill into YEKINDAR, which is a great turnaround from the way Inferno was going. That's towards top mid, so the Molotov does force him into the open. He takes the fight. Spinx grabs that kill.
Spinx just waiting with that smoke, is on a bit of a timer. Lee's trying to come up from the bottom. The underpass, back far enough that the nade won't matter. YEKINDAR gone already though, man. Oh man, this is going to be a problem. They certainly have his number on Dust too. They didn't on Inferno, mind you.
No, not at all. He was an absolute beast on Inferno.
But sometimes early in the series, he can get lured into that false sense of security, and now he's going to have to be aware that the last map and now this round have not worked out in his favor early on.
Yeah, this round is very, very slow and calculated from Team Liquid. They haven't even really applied any pressure. Some mid smokes down to allow them to get some space down the mid ramp and up towards Catwalk, but still nothing really challenging the Vitality defense in any meaningful way.
Spoke with Zonic outside this morning, actually, while I was waiting for my lovely breakfast to arrive. Hang on, because ZywOo's got a chance at this. Fired in, he actually does hit Naf, but he's forced off and into the hands of oSee. Well positioned to take out Catwalk. Well timed, and Apex will be traded. oSee with that kill as well. Bombs down on the other side of the arch, so it would have been lovely if they could have kept that going forward, because oSee's posted to try and hold this window. That's why he puts utility out instead, but he drops. Magisk gets the shot.
Time's an issue. 10 seconds. They got to hurry up and get this. Magus can remain aggressive and actually put a stop to it. Nitro's picked it up, and okay, he's got safely towards Catwalk. Catwalk's got to be covered though, and Elige slides out and gets it.
Massive kill. He almost didn't pick up that bomb. He had to go back twice. He didn't get it on the first step toward it. Magisk out the doorway instead is going to try and work his way around Quad. Nitro's still checking the window, which means he's going to be expecting the shot. He takes the damage first, though. He's down to 20, and Liquid might have done enough as Nitro slides back into position. 2-1. And it is Liquid on the board after the first gun. Just quickly to finish that thought, Zonic said what a lot of the plan is, first off, he hasn't prepped for a best of 5 in a long time, but shutting down YEKINDAR was going to be #1 priority.
Yeah, I think you got to look at his play in this tournament and realize so much has been provided by YEKINDAR. But the nice thing, too, is once we've gotten to the playoffs, not so much in the group stage where YEKINDAR very much felt like a hard carry mode YEKINDAR. And once we've gotten to the playoffs, we've obviously seen a little bit more of a resurgence from oSee, but also Elige is having a fantastic tournament where he's stepped up, had huge clutches, had huge impact multi-kills. So he's been able to provide some relief, a little bit of aggression from the defense. And another man disadvantage for Team Liquid. They're playing 3-on-4 for a minute and a half.
90 seconds, you could say, Jason. But I'll take a minute and a half if that's what you'll give me. ZywOo back through Murder Hole, Apex, Deagle. So the fact that he saved all his money and then spent it all on a teammate means that that's partly why they're lower on the weapons right now. oSee still top middle. Smoke does bounce out. They might, okay, they want that M4 really badly, and oSee's not exactly watching it because he's got too many other angles to worry about.
Relatively clever, kind of a cool way to try and put out a deeper smoke to allow him to just kind of blindly press E or blindly walk over, but it's just barely out of his reach. Naf looking to challenge in Palace. Actually, everyone from Team Liquid's spread at the moment. Nitro's coming through the underpass. oSee's going to pick up the bomb, and I have to imagine he would go back through T-spawn to meet up with Naf either in Palace or a ramp. This is a great advantage for Vitality, and around, as you mentioned, economy's low, weaponry's a little bit scuffed. Nitro might have some pressure. They might get aggressive here. He spots it. Good kill. 3-on-3.
We're backing again. Try and get back over toward the B side of the map. Naf, as always in Palace, needs to enter, but Spinx has good positioning with the Deagle.
Yeah, but it's only the Deagle here. It's only the Deagle, and Nitro's going to hold on towards mid. But once again, time is an issue. Actually, Spinx can chill and just go to stop the bomb plant. Nitro looking for 1 kill in middle. He's found the timing. He's found the headshot as well. 8 seconds. This makes it so tense. Spinx has a real opportunity.
Does. He pushes out 5 seconds. He needs to be checked. Naf was there. Naf knew the situation, and ZywOo's in the same position, but he's got a 1-on-3 with the bomb ticking against him now. And if he goes down here with this gun, they're going to not have any to work with in the next round, but he starts this off very well. Very, very well indeed.
Okay.
2 kills through the smoke. You're right, no kit, but he spotted out Naf. He's got tons of time on this. What is ZywOo doing?
That's unbelievable. All 1v1s, all Liquid players offered up. They're going to be kicking themselves for that one. They come back from a 3-on-4. It's a beautifully played round up until that point, and a 1 versus 3 victory for ZywOo. You have to imagine Vitality can't even believe the gift they've been given with that kind of a clutch. oSee gets dropped, can't get away. Smoke is just starting to fade. Maybe that's Nitro not having the timing perfectly. I think ZywOo spotted him, but he obviously gets the kill through the smoke, and Naf just gets pulled into a peek.
That's outrageous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Liquid can't give these away. Not in a best of 5 grand final.
No, that's an instant migraine.
I mean, the fact that they lost the 2v5 as well on Dust 2, that really, really opened up the first half for Vitality. This one as well as, I just finished saying, they're going to lose the money. They're going to lose the economy. And ZywOo pulls off a 1v3. I said maybe we get another top 10 play out of him. That one wasn't exactly spectacular, but damn, it was crisp.
I know it was important more than anything. The impact value of a round like that can be massive down the stretch. 2-round lead for Vitality, weapon lead for Vitality. They've got SMGs to start replenishing the bank. That round looks so good, too. The kill that Nitro gets on Catwalk is actually massive. That's what allows oSee to plant the bomb safe so that Spinx doesn't have an opportunity to drop the bomb before the time runs out.
So the double play from the bottom position of the underpass. Spinx looking back at that, slides up to get forward to the smoke so they can't boost. Remember, Vitality will stay here in Malta tomorrow, whereas Liquid will be on a plane to Sweden for their respective RMRs.
Yeah, and the Americas RMR starting a day later as well, starting on Wednesday, whilst the European RMR starts on Tuesday. So there is that extra day for travel for Team Liquid.
But I'm sure they'd like to be on a flight feeling a little more confident.
With a trophy in the overhead bin. Spinx waiting patiently. Very slow opening for the T side for Team Liquid. This round with Deagles and Tech9 is going to try and crack in. Utility being spent. Mega's going to get the first kill. ZywOo gets one almost synchronized. A follow-up with the AWP. Dinked means he's going to fall back and let his teammates handle the rest of the work. And it's 4-1.
Desperate from Naf. Not even a kill, though, so the money is really building up now. 2 MP9s will stay on the board. Back to guns, though, for Team Liquid. AWP already bought out from oSee. And a full arsenal of grenades.
One thing to mention too, you kind of touched on it with the game that YEKINDAR had on Inferno as the opening map in this series, in these grand finals, and how good it was, and a little bit of a fadeaway on Dust 2. First time he's played in that best of 5. First time he's been able to, or he's had a grand final of this caliber, or a series of this caliber, so he's gonna be in a new element as well. Round 6.
Apex were in a perfect position. Lige nearly got back to that with the angle, but he'll go down. That's going to be costly. Not only that, look at this. They've Molotoved off the AK. They smoke it as well. I'm surprised that that's not sprayed at a little bit more aggressively, because presumably that was what they were intending to get and will get and fall away with.
The game plan of Vitality here on Mirage has worked out wonders. This is the second time they've had that aggressive stance. Ooh, YEKINDAR off angle. Dupree's gonna slide in. I think an elbow showed a little bit earlier than Dupree would have liked before he fully commits to it. So, man, 4-on-3, man advantage for Liquid now.
That's like, that is a way more important kill that Liquid gets than loses. If they lose 2 AKs to MP9s on off angles early, whoa.
Yeah, but look at the read from Vitality. Again, the game plan right now is just absolutely perfect. All 3 players are going to be at the B bomb site. Megas is coming through the murder hole as we speak. He's going to shift over to B. All 3 defenders are here. Liquid's not going to expect this, and ZywOo's got the first.
Got the first, and he's got a clean line of sight toward the second. Smoke goes down. That's the preservation smoke. Slight gap in that, though, so they've got to be somewhat careful. Naf gets above it. He's still spraying in, though. Careful with his ammunition. He's got to get it reloaded. No, apparently not. He's got ZywOo down. It's on to Apex this time in the 1v3. Plants, always pushed. YEKINDAR wasn't ready for it. Naf's gotten off the plant because he knows that he has to try and find the kill. And unfortunately for Apex, he can't bait out any further time. Naf gets a 3rd, and it is going to be Liquid with their 2nd round.
Once again, Naf is called upon to have a bunch of critical kills to bail Team Liquid out of a tough spot. The triple is amazing. He grabs the rotator. They know ZywOo is still around, and even though Apex was lying in wait, he had no more teammates to distract. Very dangerous round that Liquid come out on top of.
So 4-2 when it could have been 3-3 based on the 4th round.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how much more aggression we're going to see from Vitality's defense. The mid push worked great in the first gun round. Obviously some mid pressure as if it was going to be a mid push, and the SMGs pushed into the B halls in the last round was effective as well, even in a losing effort. But aggression getting in Liquid's face seems to be a very effective tactic here to start Mirage. This time, YEKINDAR's not even going to mess with top mid. He's like, you guys have mollied me, you've pushed me, you've naded me, you've taken duels, you had a lot of bodies here. This time, I'm going to chill.
I think YEKINDAR's going to have to figure out how to play against it and how to chill, because that is the problem. They are countering him perfectly. Nitro again, downed. He's taken out this time by Magisk. I say again, he does sit tied for tops right now on Liquid with 4 kills.
So Naf shows AK and Palace and lets oSee slide into position with the AWP. And oSee's looking for anyone to rotate through window room towards jungle. Liquid is going to hit this A bomb site. Alicia's coming up in middle, but Vegas, absolute beast at the top of A ramp. A 2nd kill for him in the round. Didn't expect YEKINDAR.
Starts it off with 1. Spinx underneath in the shadow has his teammates rotating around. No one toward jungle right now, though. He's actually alone. There's no one that's... Okay, CT's just getting there.
This is such a sick bait for Spinx to slide into this position. You'd never expect this if you're Liquid.
Smoke goes deep. Yep, you're absolutely right. They even look back for a flank before they considered it. Elige gets the shot. Luckily has smoke down to his right side, but they're not aware that ZywOo has gotten inside of CT. They'll know now.
Yeah.
And oSee's backing off of this one. 24 seconds, 2 HP, and ZywOo is going to try and cut him off towards spawn.
So is Dupree. oSee's not getting away. If the only chance he has of surviving is tucking himself into Palace and hoping and praying, but he has got no idea this is coming, and boom, Dupree's got him from the side. 3-round lead. Vitality's defense holding strong and looking great.
Looking fantastic.
Good job from Spinx. That's such a nice slide into that position underneath balcony. It's actually so perfect, because the push you'd expect a top ramp. You'd think that would be the player playing underneath the balcony, playing in dark. You wouldn't think there'd be a second person just ready and waiting, and timeout is called. This is from Vitality. After a good start, a 3-round lead, a 5-2 lead, and they're the ones who want to take a pause and say, let's talk things over. Let's make sure we can string two together. Let's make sure we can build some momentum and we don't fall prey to any kind of a low buy. And Liquid's been very effective in these rounds throughout the playoffs as well.
They have, but they've definitely not had an easy time of it in this round. This is looking back into round 6 when Naf found 2 kills. This one, okay, through the smoke. We never saw that one, and this is where he had to shuffle out to find Apex and close it. So they're going to need a lot more of that. Vitality are seemingly controlling all of the aggression that Liquid thought they had against other teams. And YEKINDAR specifically only on 3 kills this round. Back to pistols, Deagles to work with, and a run boost at middle that ZywOo is going to have to be damn fast to hit. I doubt he does, given that he's so close on this liver.
If he hits this shot, just call it quits. Call it a day. That'd be such an incredible thing with that kind of a gap that he's working with.
And I called that it was a run boost. They actually just want to see if anyone's going to peek at lower connector.
It can turn into a run boost. You're not wrong yet.
I'm probably wrong, Jason.
Yeah.
But it can turn into a run boost. This is a good bait position right now. Dupree on the balcony. Apex taking aggro. And YEKINDAR might just get baited into that position that they will likely not check. Nitro now, after shoulder peeking so many times, is just going to hold the angle. Well, I'm wrong again. As soon as I say that, he decides to go back to the other jiggling aspect.
This is a very slow-paced round, as we've seen from Liquid. Ooh, Elige knows he gets the dink, tries to jump and clean him up, but that at least forces the op out of window, forces ZywOo to be extremely passive. He's going to shift positions. 5-on-4 for Vitality. Dupree pushes up into the B halls and cuts off access.
Yeah, that was the player that was sitting on balcony, so he thinks they've left. Gets a little bit of information, no damage done. That's a lovely shot, though. Spinx down. So now with the damage on ZywOo, you're right. There is a chance Liquid could do something with this.
And actually, Vitality's shifting away from the B bomb site, which is where Elige and Naf are going at. They say, we've killed the player. You're going to have to shift over in that direction, which might soften this up. Good kill from Dupree to hold on. ZywOo sliding over now as well, but he'll keep distance with the 2 health AWP.
He heard the second player in Elige. He didn't see him when he re-peeked out to Naf. He had no idea that he was tucked in behind the door and that close, so he tried to get away from danger. Still goes down, but it's the man advantage and a nade that's going to drop Elige. So a good bomb plant on all of this, considering the situation and how this round started. And oSee with only pistols to begin with figures, why not? Let's give this a go. Picks up the AK, and in the window, finds the first. Now that's an information play because ZywOo's low on HP, and just responds accordingly.
Yeah, smart play from ZywOo to just offer himself up to give away the position of oSee. He's quick even with an AK-47, but no can do this time without armor. Plant goes down. That's an important kill onto Elige with utility also. We've seen him deliver some stunning moments in situations just like that. Vitality extends it to 4.
They do, but again, we mentioned the bomb plant, so that means Liquid's going to get a big boost here into this round with a max loss bonus. Well, not quite. I think we're 3 rounds in, are we not?
3 rounds in, yep.
Okay.
Not quite there yet. I mean, they've won those isolated single rounds. It's just kind of chipped away and prevented that losing bonus from building up fully. But again, Liquid haven't been able to really string it together. Haven't been able to go on any kind of a run. They've got to handle this mid presence. They've got to figure out a way to either force Vitality back without taking damage or take one of these kills. It's been tough. Spinx is going to be on the ramp. ZywOo in the window with the op. YEKINDAR slides over, but he's down to 34 HP. That's an initial engagement victory for Spinx.
Some good movement from ZywOo early on to try and look down below as well as hold window. He will fall now though. Elige getting the kill, but Spinx still holding above that smoke, catches out Elige. That's
a faster play from Elige and underpass, throwing a little bit of caution to the wind with all the activity going on in middle. And he's like, I'm gonna slide out much quicker than they expect. Catches ZywOo. So good timing found by him. But no gap in the defense as Dupree slides into the position in window room to look for someone to jump up in. And again, Liquid want to try and abuse Apex over towards the B bomb site.
Nade deep in the hallway, just touches Nitro. A little bit deeper than his position, so he only goes down to 90. 4-on-4 with 45 seconds to work with. Shot out from Spinx, finds YEKINDAR. Been quiet again. 3 and 9 so far this game. Not at all being given the opportunities that he has in so many other situations. Has to extinguish the flames, but in doing so, Apex gives up time, not space. He shuffles out. They even tried to pre-fire. Nitro thought he would be locked into the corner. He still manages to get 2 kills. He's gonna have to find a third over top of the box. He does that to Apex. It's he versus Magisk, and Nitro switches over to the AWP while planting the bomb. Magisk, does he jump through? Not quite. So bomb down. Nitro's gonna play for the one-hit wonder on this. Smokes off quad, swings but can't find it, but just there first. And it's now 7-2 for Vitality.
Yeah,
and he's gonna rub it in too.
I love that. Do more of that. Shoot the body, teabag,
right.
give it all over. You deserve it.
Well done, Tomato Face.
Yeah, that's a good 1v1 victory for Magisk. A nice recovery for Nitro to make that possible, but still, Team Liquid have yet to like really feel like there's a whole lot of strength behind these rounds. They're just slipping away. They're getting picked off one by one. I wonder if at some point Liquid, you'd expect them perhaps to switch into more of an execute, explosion-heavy style, because the moment this like spread out, default, take the map control, they're losing a lot of players really early without gaining a whole lot for it. They might just want to switch up tactics and philosophies just to see if we can get them on the board again. And you can go back to it if you really want. Close affair. I don't know if Nitro even really wanted to switch up into the AWP. I think he just wanted to grab the closest gun because he didn't want to reload. Over the flames, Magisk again is going to get one and transfers over. Holy hell.
He is on it right now. He is absolutely slaughtering them. The aggression from Vitality. Liquid are not ready for this. They need to call a timeout and really reconsider their game plan. Maybe stick to more set executions. YEKINDAR's finally going to get some space.
They were going for it this round. They were going for an execution. They had Nath and Palace. They had 3 players at ramp. oSee was lined up in support with utility, but Magisk getting aggressive like that just shuts it down. I mean, he finds Nitro. Alicia's trying to swing for the trade, and you can't execute when they get up in your face and find 2 kills. Now, look at what YEKINDAR's provided. We mentioned he's quiet. That's an important kill towards the B bomb site. It's pulled most of the defense towards his position. Spinx and ZywOo are going to be flanking through underpass. Magisk has to go passive at A.
ZywOo. It's YEKINDAR that's going to swing all the way through on this 44 seconds. No movement really though. Still just waiting this one out with the bomb at Horseshoe, trying to see if there's any, or excuse me, at A main, trying to see if there's any openings in this because their teammates there, but this flank, oSee's looking backwards. He's aware of it. He heard it coming. Dupree goes down. I'm not sure they're going to expect 2 though.
No, they won't. They won't, and they spotted the bomb on oSee as well.
YEKINDAR's not being active enough in this situation. I'm not sure if he's expecting that someone's still inside the tunnels or not. He needs to cover off connector right now, this exact second. Molotov will still go down from Naf, but unfortunately he falls as well. Now YEKINDAR gets into the picture. That's going to pull them back out, but Spinx still has position and he knows it. With 8 seconds, he's going to pop out from Palace, and down goes YEKINDAR as well.
Yeah, I think you have a point there. I think this is just stalled out way too long from Team Liquid. They gave so much time for Vitality, who have been the aggressors, to be as proactive as they'd like across the map. They gave them so much time to push up middle, push and flank through underpass, flank all the way through T-spawn behind him as well. But this is the opening. And Magisk was the saving grace for Vitality against G2 in the semifinal yesterday as well. Had that phenomenal Inferno performance that dragged them right back into a winning series, that dragged them right into the grand finals. Performing here on Mirage, and now we're getting a little bit more fast pace, a little bit more energy to open up for Team Liquid.
oSee missing the first opportunity, but doesn't get taken down either, so at least a bit of information to the positioning. Nate's going to be decent on top of that. Doesn't matter. Spinx is going to beat it. It's going to do the damage, but just the M4. He's been looking so good at the front of the site. Nate just gets removed by oSee. Now on the AK, and even though they know where Spinx is, ZywOo's there. 9-2. This is turning into an absolute slaughter in the favor of Vitality.
Yeah, it's not even really turning to it. Already is a slaughter. 7-round lead. This is brutal. Spinx has 16 kills. ZywOo's at 14. And then you can talk about Magisk, who has 9, but they've all been incredibly impactful. A 1v1 clutch victory, 2 opening kills on A ramp. He's been a beast when he's been called upon.
Spinx has just been solid, man. So good, this addition to the team.
I like how Apex is so respectful. He pulls his microphone away just so he doesn't yell into his teammates' ears.
It's more respectful than I am as a caster.
Round 12.
16 kills, man. He's on fire right
I know,
now.
it's crazy. The top fragger on Team Liquid is Nitro with 8. So he's doubled up the top fragger on that side of the server. And Liquid's offense is really struggling. Very labored. Some very slow-paced rounds. Not a whole lot of openings.
Well, no, that's the thing, and that we're going to see what the play is this time, because again, this mid position's been so heavily defended, and ZywOo comes out from connector this time to look at the underpass, and he might get one now. No mistake on it, Elige, gone.
You mentioned that Zonic's game plan was shut down YEKINDAR more than anything. I mean, look, game plan is working perfectly.
Oh, he's had no room.
Yeah, no, there's nothing. Middle's been a constant issue. This time it's Elige who gets dropped first by the aggressive play. And just like that, ZywOo disappears and he relocates to the B bomb site. And again, this is part of the reason why some of these rounds have been so slow for Team Liquid is because you're playing 4-on-5 and you have no map control. Vitality's finding kills on their first step in the round.
Staring down that sliver gap. The man who opened the round might be the man to get the second kill in it as well, because ZywOo is holding and they are walking in that direction. Naf being slow about it. Nitro wants to cross quickly. Steps out, shot baited. They push him off the angle, but look who pops out from the ladder at the exact same time, knowing that it's going to be a two-pronged approach. dupreeh shuts down YEKINDAR again, and ZywOo still finds Nitro. Naf tagged onto 19. 30 seconds in this round, and I think this round's already written the ending, because look at the push to top middle.
Take a look at the utility as well that Vitality has. Because they're getting so many of these opening kills, they're being so patient and so calm and so poised in terms of using their nades. Like, that attack towards the B bomb site comes out with, what, 40 seconds on the clock. There's a counter Molotov, there's counter nades, there's counter flashbangs coming in. Liquid, even late in the rounds, is having to execute into so much counter utility that they can get nothing clean. And look at the setup. A pop flash as well to peek into the halls. Should be an easy kill for dupreeh, and indeed it will be. Liquid can save nothing because Vitality is relentless.
Double digits already. Wow. Okay. Liquid really, really struggling to get anything in this game. T-side Mirage.
My mind's going back to we in the group D in the group stage of ESL Pro League, before the playoffs even began, we had a conversation with Liquid one night down in the hotel lobby with YEKINDAR. One of the things he was telling me was about how impressed he's been with the look of Vitality. That's a missmoke. Look of Vitality with how they played in practice as well. And he said they're a top 3 team just right out of the gate. He was like, Vitality's a top 3 team at this point. People don't know it yet, but they're playing like a top 3 team.
Well, this would certainly put them in a good argument toward it. And it would be great to have another team to challenge at the top more consistently. FaZe and Na'Vi. Cloud9 certainly making steps among that as well, but yeah, I mean, these teams have made so many changes to try and catch formerly Na'Vi, and then FaZe did it, and then they were the ones that were way out in front.
Ooh, this is a great Molotov. I was wondering, good job from Naf. Molotov forces Mages out into the open. I didn't know if they'd be aware of that possibility, aware of that eventuality. Good find. Unfortunately, they finally get a 5-on-4. They finally get the opening kill in a round where they only have pistols to really try and capitalize on it.
Back over. And they'll split up toward the Palace and A main position. That Molotov's very, very early from ZywOo. Same with the smoke, although you could argue the smoke's not too bad because it'll last, obviously, a much greater duration. And that'll give it about another 10 seconds from now. That nade's gonna be lovely. Bang. Elige feels the devastation of that. Goes down to 63 HP. And then a second one puts him on 27. Now ZywOo gets to go off. He catches out oSee as well. There was a dink onto him. It didn't even matter. And Spinx still is a menace inside of the site, despite not being forward toward the shadow position this time. Nitro. Lovely shot on the Tech 9, but dupreeh is going to find him 11-2.
None of this matters. This map might just be, you might even want to call it at this point. Round 14, Vitality has so much money, so much cash. There's going to be no problem regardless of what happens in this round whatsoever. They have another buy behind them. Liquid need these last 2 rounds. They need to scrape together whatever they possibly can. They're staring down the barrel of being 1-2 in the series overall. You need some breathing room. ZywOo and Spinx both at 18 kills apiece. The 2 of them alone
foolish.
Are shutting down Liquid.
Save some for the rest of us, man. oSee. Ooh, this time might finally get the boost to work. Couldn't hit the shot. He gets a second crack at it. He does hit him, but through the edge of the wall, it only does 65, or puts him to 65, I should say, so it only does 35 damage.
dupreeh and Spinx are going to push up mid on the back of that.
Quick maths.
More aggression. Vitality have not wanted to give anyone from Liquid any kind of breathing room. dupreeh would be against the wall. If YEKINDAR were to swing, which I doubt he will, ZywOo takes contact deep with the AWP, and dupreeh's there to challenge.
Flash, YEKINDAR's forced off. They don't challenge. Oh, they do. Spinx went for it. I saw Dupree backing off the angle, but Spinx goes for it instead. Makes no mistake on it. Nitro, A main. They're going to try and use speed to beat this rotation back down middle, and it's all on a Magist to cover it off. Nitro spots him from Tetris. Smoke goes off in the middle, but Nitro already has the angle lined up. Spinx forced back down the stairs ever so slightly, but here we go, because the big old mean green machine is in the hands of ZywOo back towards CT.
And Elige isn't involved in the fight yet. He's way, way deep in middle. He's not involved whatsoever, and they're going to get aggressive again. Once again, no more breathing space. Double kill from Nitro. Disgusting peek on the second player, and ZywOo still in position at fireboxes. Elige grabs one in middle, and ZywOo's got it all to do.
That was the case of who saw the other first. They were just surprised to run into each other. You can see Elige was looking away. ZywOo forced forward. Deagle still. He won a 1-on-3 earlier in this half, but he's not going to win it this time. Elige is going to put him down. And finally, they get another round, 11-3. Remember, that was before they even won their last round that ZywOo got that clutch.
Yeah, that's such a difficult round, though. Team Liquid have to work so hard for that. I really, really like the philosophy that Vitality is playing with, the attitude they've got. We know you're at top ramp. We know you're waiting to line up some utility to make this execute work, and we don't want to give it to you. We don't want to let you throw all your nades. Get up in their face and disrupt the timings. Huge clutch. Necessary clutch from Elige. But still desperate for Liquid. Back by 8.
So then we'll see a push again. ZywOo and Spinx. ZywOo not with the AWP, interestingly enough. That's Dupree holding it. What are the odds of that? Naf, oh my goodness, nailed them both. I think the first bullet ricocheted off the helmet into the second player.
Yeah, that was quick. That didn't even look like a transfer in any way. That just, I don't even know if they were lined up all that perfectly. It just worked out for him magically.
Gotta say, Jason, you know NA's in trouble when a Valorant player's top fragging.
Fair enough. That's a fair point. 12 kills on Nitro, the captain. Doing great work for them. This round it's Naf to provide the impact, and once again, towards the A-bomb site we go. 2 players inside the site. Apex has the first. There's Naf sliding out. A third kill for him, dropping down. He gets 4. On for the ace.
Dupree sliding up. The op that he was given off the spawn. Baited out of a shot, couldn't find it. And Dupree will go to the pistol instead to try and run in, knowing it's the end of the half. Doesn't matter. YEKINDAR closes this one out. 11-4. Zonic's Law against Zonic. Maybe he has some sort of psychology to stay ahead of it. Maybe Vitality can take the lead in this series. They're certainly in the lead of this half, and convincingly so. We'll take a break and see after that.
Bomb down, but where's ZywOo's fragged? He's got to start posting something, but from where? ZywOo, he's just got a slight gap under the smoke, and it's enough to catch Boomich in transition. ZywOo wants to pull it across the line. 2 frags onto 2 of the best. And now swings out for another. He's possessed. ZywOo won for another ace. Another clutch. It's Perfecto hunting him. No one has been able to knock him on his ass yet, and he's got 6 HP. It didn't stop him before, and it doesn't stop him again. ZywOo!
Zonic's Law, but Naf was the reason they got to the 4th round. Ooh, not bad. They tried to push through, tried to get cheeky, and Naf certainly was ready for it. Drops down. They found magic as well. A bit of a magic trick on the first shot, I would say. But they're still heavily outdone in that first half by Vitality. Yeah, they got shut down completely at the opening. I mean, what a good... Keep going back to the game plan because you brought it up with Zonic and his kind of philosophy of having to shut down YEKINDAR. This was fantastic, but it wasn't just shutting him down, it was shutting everyone down. Finding opening kills and being aggressive everywhere on the map and in every situation, not giving Liquid any space to work with. It was actually so cool to watch. Liquid had to fight tooth and nail just to get the 4 rounds they have on the board. They need the pistol. Shot out from Nitro. Not successful. Defined shields for him. It's oSee that's actually going to double it up in return. In return of 1 kill only against them as well. And Nitro, with nades going forward and damage coming in, gets 1 through the smoke. Dupree left with 12 HP and 3 to find. It's going to be very difficult. YEKINDAR will confirm that by getting his 8th kill of the game, and it's pissed around desperately needed.
Another opening frag goes the way of Vitality. ZywOo to get the first one, but oSee stands tall on the bomb site. Fine precision work with the USP to grab a double kill before the site is completely overrun. So that gives Liquid a little bit of breathing room. 5 to 11. SMGs picked up. No plant for Vitality, so unarmored Glocks on the table for the T side.
We'll get straight back into it then with, as you say, the unarmored Glocks, but the SMGs that can massively farm up some cash from that.
A couple P250s mixed up in there, although unarmored as well.
ZywOo with one of those could get a headshot potential when they run in toward him. If they run in toward him, it looked like Nitro was going that direction, but a Molotov instead.
I think this is kind of the classic for some of you new schoolers. I think there was a little bit of a French time out here. Apex was just kind of AFK and T-spawn talking to his teammates, I believe. Just going over a few things in a round that's pretty much a garbage round that they don't have anything to do. 2 P250s, no utility. They were all spread on the map just looking for aggression, while Apex gave out some last marching orders moving into the next round. Nitro is going to get challenged, and for the moment, he's the only one here. Elige can turn and spin at the top con very quickly, but Nitro is going to have to hold down the fort. Calling footsteps, calling action, and he's got 2 kills with the SMG.
Yeah, 2+1, and luckily there's no armor on those because the SMG was able to just really pull them apart. Elige jumping over. We'll get to the last one on the ZywOo. Now we go 11-6.
Now it's going to be interesting to see what Team Liquid does with these SMGs. If Elige or Nitro want to upgrade, they've got 4,400. Do they want to keep them? Do they want to try and get in your face? Or how do you want to manage this against the AK-47s on a wide-open map like Mirage?
Exactly. It's so typically that you would go for the bonus round, build up that cash, have a buy in hand. But at the same time, you're down 11-6 in a game that you've been absolutely bruised on the gun rounds. Do you really want to concede a round? You don't want to give much away, do you?
It's not necessarily, yeah, I know what you mean. It's not entirely conceding, right? I think if you're Liquid, I think you just risk it here because you want to have the economy. Talk about aggression, YEKINDAR's going to do it again.
Sick at that group stages.
Yes.
Go back to group stages. He was unreal at that push. He destroyed Cloud9 with it.
Over the smoke, Dupree's on top of the boxes. YEKINDAR, is he going to challenge? Dupree's still standing tall. A little one-way on his own. Oh, YEKINDAR's got it after the first shot. Important trade from ZywOo, but one of those SMGs can now swap out. Elige has picked up the M4 off YEKINDAR's dead body. So a nice upgrade there and a man advantage. And look at Vitality. They've had to spend a lot of utility to deal with that aggression. They've got a smoke and a Molotov remaining for the rest of the round. So Spinx, ZywOo, and Magus are going to rotate back to the A bomb site. They'll attack in towards A. There's some time now for Liquid to pull this off. They're going to crunch towards middle and make sure things are cleared out.
They played... I mentioned that Cloud9 game in the group stages. They played them on this to a score of 16-10 in their favor.
Nav can get on his horse right now for a fast flank through T-spawn. He's at top mid. He's going to start shifting. But because there's no utility, Vitality is doing a contact play, so there's no indication, no information for Liquid. And Elige has to be the most careful player as he rotates towards the spawn stairs.
Elige takes out ZywOo. Bounce nade, does damage onto Spinx as well. So far the bonus round going extremely well, and here comes Naf to make that even better. Lets the bomb go down, but that's not a huge deal. Spinx does swing out the wide. Gotta be careful, Nitro, not to go down on this. Sprayed through the window. He's jumping, trying to keep his head away from this. Lovely redress and re-aim from Spinx to catch out oSee instead, but now the kills come in, and Naf and Nitro with one apiece.
And Liquid get exactly what they wanted. They get to upgrade 2 SMGs that were on Elige and Nitro to start the round. Don't have to spend the money in it. Losing 2 players isn't bad. They can drop an AWP over to oSee, so this defense can get off and running right out of the gates. It all began with this. Shut down in the initial contacts in the first half, and YEKINDAR comes right back at him with more aggression in the second. A double kill to open up the round. Fine work. And now the gap is just 4.
And it's definitely going to be something to consider for Vitality now. They know this needs to be taken seriously, that yes, they had a big lead, but it's been quickly closed in on. oSee staring toward the A main position. We'll throw it in incendiary, and Dupree blinded up. We'll take a few, just actually 1 tick of damage from that before backing off.
Yeah, Nitro's gonna be here with Smoke Molotov. Here comes the set piece from Vitality. Only 1 player coming from Palace. oSee with the off is blinded. 2 have gotten past his crosshair. 2 have gone past his vision, but he's got the 3rd.
He needs to be aware of that call, though. They're getting so close, and Apex was one of those 2. He jumped across the boxes. He was able to make a kill, and then Dupree, he took out the Opera, so now he has it in his own hands. And with the ball planted, this could become
dicey.
Yeah, very. This could become a problem. Magisk as well is going to be able to get information from CT, so Dupree knows he's got his left guard covered, but he just needs to be aggressive and assertive to find the next pick, to find the opening kill on this retake attempt from 2 kits of Nitro and Naf, and YEKINDAR on an M4. He's already got the first one. Oh my goodness. oSee missing out on those, and now he knows he's got to watch CT, so that information pays off. Nade comes through, tag to 82. He's going to go back for it, misses the shot. And now it becomes a problem because the time is gone. This is 1. They've stolen this back. It's going to be 12-7. ZywOo just to back away. Doesn't even matter if he gets the kill or not.
You want to talk about a big-time shot? The 1 deke from ZywOo. Obviously, beautiful work with the deagle, but that's the player. If he gets in, if YEKINDAR makes it to the bomb, he can defuse that. There's time for the defuse at that point, and then ZywOo has to go around the box. It's not planted for him, and YEKINDAR can be properly covered by Naf at the end of the day. The fact that oSee misses those 2 players running across means he never knew how close they would get. And after this shot, if he realizes how close they are, I think he's booking it all the way back down the stairs to get some space. But because he didn't know they were that close, he sticks around a little bit longer and is punished for it. And that's the op that wins the day for Vitality. 12-7.
We started again. oSee aggressively toward the underpass this time. Baited into his shots as he jumps up. And not feeling quite as adventurous after taking a bullet in the knee. But he does go back to get Dupree. That'll work out. Falls off. And Elige takes over the helm instead with an aid that goes down. They're going to try and boost up and beat oSee to position. He sees it. Oh, lovely response.
Yeah, he saw that boost and he was like, perfect. That's exactly what I want. You're not ready for it. You're just boosting up. If they executed that maybe a half-second quicker, oSee might be dead. But the fact that he saw him still in transition makes that an easy, quick peek. Good shot from Apex. Elige goes down. And Catwalk and the B bomb site are going to be challenged. Nitro and oSee aren't moving. Naf is going to be called upon again.
Still holding on this get right angle, trying to make sure that they can't cross into the site. He's only good for 1. Magisk got the kill.
oSee and Nitro are so worried about a lurker staying in window room that they've been slow to actually come over here and adjust. They didn't take any risks on that, which means there's plenty of time for the bomb plant. And Nitro and oSee have no idea where they're positioned. You gotta save.
And that's huge. This is huge. They just stole that away again.
Yeah, and not just that, but I mean, you go back to the round the Vitality wins with just pistols a while back. Now look at the money. It was so good for Team Liquid. They upgraded those SMGs up to rifles. They had everything they could have wanted. Losing to Tech 9s of the Deagle is so brutal. Now they're gonna get reset. This op might be the only weapon they have if oSee can get away with it. And I think that kill is gonna provide the escape route necessary, although Apex is on the hunt. And oSee is sticking around for a potential fight, but Apex calls it off. Yeah, tucks himself into a corner. 13-7. Vitality is just 3 rounds away from a 2-1 lead in these grand finals.
Yeah, I mean, 1 lead in maps, and then considering this is a Liquid pick, you would go on to Overpass to try and close out the series, to close out the championship.
We just saw that sequence against Naf as well. If you remember when we were on his POV, he did miss the smoke that he wanted to drop. He quick switched away from it too quick. It didn't actually get deployed. That might have given him some measure of safety to stay alive. But instead he's punished.
Standard window and catwalk smokes to start off the round, but they've got a ladder to cover off right now with the AWP. Naf knows they're coming in to B quickly. Oh, he's flashed off of it. Flashed off of it, but oSee being in that ladder is able to swing out and compensate. That gives Naf an angle down below. So the defense works out perfectly to shut down this B rush. 13-8 looking likely as Liquid back to winning a scrappy round in terms of the weapons that they have.
I know this game seems away from Liquid because of the way the first half went, and obviously these past couple rounds. This is a great one from oSee. This is 2 kills here. He started to heat up with this AWP, and that might be the engine that Team Liquid needs to recover in this game. Still not within striking distance, but it's a good start to mount this comeback. 6-round gap is going to turn into 5 as May just kind of chills in T-spawn for the moment. We've seen YEKINDAR with a couple nice openings on the CT side, a couple nice double kills as well to get them going. So you're starting to get some of the elements of Team Liquid building towards something positive. And in a low economy round like this, to be able to upgrade to 3 AK-47s is beautiful.
So the AK to be held on to. You're right, the money was building, but look how quickly it's tumbled as well. So Liquid...
Yeah, the Vitality side is kind of struggling now.
Yeah, crazy.
200 on ZywOo, 150 on Spinx.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned the pistol round win, right? And then the last one on top of it, but it's come back the other way quickly, and that's fortunate for Liquid because if they, you know, if they force them to save here, you can maybe get to a 13-9 scoreline. You give them another round to build into it, and if you lose again, it's 14-8 as it would be, and then you're broke again because you don't get a chance. So this gives them a chance to build back up into it before it's a little bit too late in the score.
I thought this might happen. This is a big investment.
Yep.
For Vitality with this kind of a lead. With a 5-round lead, you can play the economy very conservative, and you can make sure that you have strong weapons before you go back to challenge. Apex drops an op over to ZywOo. They have the saved AK-47, and I think May just even dropped a Galil over to Dupree, or he bought it himself. So they've scraped together a pretty strong, scary buy on the Vitality side, but this might be exactly what Liquid would want to get back into the game. If they can win this one and force Vitality back onto an eco or a low economy round with only a 2-round losing bonus, then you can close the gap to 10 with relative ease.
Yeah, relative ease. That's a relative term, I think. Nothing is easy, and here we go, another French timeout. You mentioned this before. Look at Apex. He's chatting, hands out for the mouse and keyboard, just making sure they're on the same page.
They didn't call a timeout when they made this buy, so I'm wondering if maybe this is a little bit scattered and disorganized just because it came in so late. The call to actually buy into this round?
Possibly.
I mean, that might be reading into it, but
maybe it's a ZywOo Kerrigan meme, you know, when you call an eco and that one guy buys.
Yeah, true.
Standing there about to go on a whitewater raft with an Asimov for some reason. I don't know why, but it also could be the fact that they don't want to give Liquid too many timeouts if they think that, you know, they're on the right page tactically, if they've prepped enough that they don't need to bring ZywOo in every single round. T-side, maybe we talked to Cadian about this as well. Congratulations to Cadian and Stowen. Just signed 2 more years. A lovely bait video to release that. But yeah, he mentioned sometimes T-side you might get away with doing that a little bit more as things can be discombobulated for the CTs. Not this time, though, as Naf gets the kill that separates the round difference in their favor. It's a 3-on-2, but don't discount the fact that the 2 players left alive not only have a bomb planted, they have an AWP and an AK, and both have armor. This is on.
And one of them, ZywOo. That's another big piece. When this comes in, there's a lot of open space. Only 2 flashbangs to deal with them. No smoke, no Molotovs. All 3 players from Team Liquid do have kits, and they're waiting for Elige to get into position for this flank.
Man, oh man, they're gonna have to be so fast on this, though. Elige really needs to close this down, but he can't make noise because that'll just make it too easy. oSee baiting out shots, tries to get another one in at the dumpster, turns it around, then Elige is there, and on the case, this will be a defuse, and it'll now be 13-9.
Great call. I think all 3 players have been spotted at the A bomb site, so I don't think Vitality was even thinking about that flank. Elige did get a trade kill on YEKINDAR in connector, so they were not expecting him to go all the way around that deep into the retake. 13-9, Liquid's within 4, and this is that eventuality we just kind of discussed. Vitality with the plant can descend into Tech9 and Deagle buy, so it'll be stronger than initially thought. And they did win a round like this earlier. And here we go, round 23.
Elige, fast. They've got the nade down, they've got the Molotov down, they've got the problems of not seeing through flames. Nitro knows they're on pistols, and yet he doesn't have the time enough to get that M4 back, so he's going to give that away. Apex going to pick it up. Good response by Nitro to at least get in underneath the shadow, and perhaps staying alive was the better call because he's absolutely mowed them down.
Yeah, and he's been an absolute stud for Team Liquid throughout this map. Even during the struggles in the first half, he was the one delivering. And that's been the story of Team Liquid throughout these playoffs, is whenever somebody goes quiet that you're used to, if YEKINDAR has an off game, Alicia's stepping up, Naf is stepping up, oSee's had a huge rise. Now it's Nitro's turn. Now it's Nitro's turn to perform to a level where he can keep his team in the game, waiting for them to arrive in the map. And they have 13-10.
Double digits. Things have gone quiet, only 2 rounds so far for Vitality. They're back to guns this time, but notably not an AWP for the 24 frags that ZywOo has. He will be on the AK to get any more. And oSee's ready for it. He's got ZywOo down. There won't be any more kills for him in this round. Just with a straight contact play, though. He's trying to take one out of YEKINDAR's book today. He really is. Swing is available from the top side of Palace, but they don't want to overcommit to that in case there is a rebuttal. oSee will cover that now, and Elige can go hunting.
Yeah, Mages has done fine work with these kinds of plays to apply pressure.
Yeah, got one right finally.
Yeah, you did. Well played. Oh, oSee's still on point. That's a fast flick, and he's going to have another 3 in the round.
This is very much on. This is on. We're seeing similar shutdowns. Vitality seems to be getting, or being given almost, more map control than what we saw Liquid able to achieve, but it's not because they're battling for middle, it's because they're trying to set up on A each time. A lot more setups toward that A main position, and it's just not working out, not yielding anything. Magisk will go back over with 8 HP, because presumably...
That's filthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, presumably he wants to die in this situation, but he gets a kill anyway.
Yeah, he certainly does. Full losing bonus. Get yourself the money.
And he'll die in a rather spectacular play.
Quad kill from oSee.
Yeah.
I mentioned him coming. You could see him starting to get a little bit more confidence with the... Started in some really nice shots. He's built it up into this game at the perfect moment to allow Team Liquid to actually battle for map 3. They're just 2 rounds away. There's the first quick flick down as Apex pops through the smoke. Well put together round from the young Alper on Team Liquid.
All right then.
I think oSee as well. Maui tweeted this to start the day. Some of the biggest increases of performance from group stage to playoffs, and oSee was at the top of that list in terms of his rating.
No offense, but he had nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, that's fair. He had a pretty rough, pretty abysmal group stage, and whatever Liquid's alluded to it a couple of times in interview. I think it was Naf who's talked about it a few times with Freya earlier and with HLTV earlier in the event as well. A big, long come to Jesus discussion with Team Liquid after the group stage, and ever since that chat, oSee has really stepped up his game.
Molotov out, smoke down, so all of the standard bits of utility. There is good positioning, good shot. YEKINDAR doubles it up. Get a little confidence back into him as he's up down to 17 and 18. He's still a bit more quiet in this game, but that's all right. He'll back off on this one. They just need the rounds. Oh,
my word.
Hello, Magisk.
Oh, YEKINDAR's in trouble. He's actually trapped a little bit into that corner. He does get away. Vegas had one chance at the parting shot. Nitro tapping away. oSee's going to finish it off. He spotted one more on Catwalk. He's tagged with the scout, I believe.
Just to pick up the AK. I think oSee wasn't tagged by the scout. I think he was actually hit by Spinx as he turned.
Well, Liquid's got to be careful about losing Nitro inside of the A bomb site if that were to happen. YEKINDAR is low, oSee is low.
There's Nike's on running with that scout, already pre-scoped, not to make any noise, wants a headshot, gonna need a headshot, gonna try and get immediately on a Nitro, has no idea at this point. He hasn't shoulder checked it back to, okay, sees the gun barrel.
That's all. That's the only thing. That's the only thing they could have done is Apex make that play before Mages, because they've been able to get involved in the action. He's trying to catch a timing, trying to catch him before the rotation. But now with that kill, with the bomb dropping, YEKINDAR's going to push in towards T-spawn. He's going to start having a flank, and I think now, I wonder what Mages is going to do with his AK-47. Looks like he wants to save. 20 seconds left. As mentioned earlier, they do have the full losing bonus. He's got 450 in the bank.
You could justify saving this.
There was a small investment in this round from Vitality, picking up the Hero AK and a Scout and some, obviously some Deagles and some pistols. But plenty of money left behind them to have a strong buy going into round 22. 6. However, this has got to be a shocking result. Both teams CT sides in lockdown mode. Whichever way you want to look at it. CT sides in lockdown mode, offensive sides ineffective. Big runs for the defensive halves.
Overpass and Vertigo are the 2 remaining maps in the pool and in this series.
It's now 5 rounds straight for Team Liquid. And in those 5 rounds, they've only lost 5 players total.
oSee, that was all based on the call. Yeah, oh, maybe you could have been right. It might have been the scout that came out, because I was going to say that would have been fast from Spinx to react like that. Well done, Jason.
Thanks, man.
Eyes like a hawk on the old man.
Yeah, they still work. LASIK, baby.
Oh, well, that's cheating.
Aggressive in middle again for Team Liquid, but you're right.
Speaking of cheating, Jason, how many times did you change your prediction this week?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Plead the 5th. See, aggressive from Team Liquid as well in middle, much like we saw from Vitality, but different stylistically. That we haven't seen them push towards top middle until like right now, essentially, with this kind of a setup coming in. Elige watching for someone to swing underpass. YEKINDAR and oSee focus towards top mid. YEKINDAR mostly just kind of challenging and supporting both positions. And actually now he's going to take underpass with a strong position on top of fence now that oSee and Elige are set. If Vitality go for any kind of late mid control, they could be in trouble, but they aren't. They're going to fall back and rotate to the A side. Nitro is already playing retake, so there's some space for Vitality to gain. This could at least be a plant.
And it's either a tie game or a margin to work with. The economy's there for Liquid either way. So they'll set for the smokes. ZywOo to throw his toward the jungle stairs. Nitro is going to self-smoke CT. He knows he has to back off on this. He's aware that they're likely going to come out from Palace. The read is correct, but Magiska's not going yet. Slight gap. Apex wants to find it. Good shots back from Nitro. Not a kill, but significant damage done. And Dupree's been dropped by oSee.
Uh-oh.
Bomb's not there yet. Smoke's going to dissipate. They need to get on this quickly because the rotations are coming in and there's a flank in play as well. Yeah. They've already got Elige quickly closing down on their heels.
Spinx in middle. YEKINDAR cleared this, but he didn't spot it. It was a little bit early. Spinx, he's going to take oSee. That was close, and now YEKINDAR can respond. So can Naf off catwalk.
Naf was there. That was very close to the read being correct. Elige likes to go to Palace. Perhaps he thinks the post plant they're going to be playing in there and it's easier to flush it from inside than out. And that might be an interesting situation because they're going to be looking that direction from Tetris quick enough, or are they not? But he didn't know there was 2. Apex, the man on low HP who still survives, gets onto it, and they're going to have to hold it off. They're going to have to hold the angle. Apex somehow, he's the one in this. They could win the round, and he will. 14-12. He was hit to 8 HP in the first exchange, and he survives to win it out.
That's absolutely massive from Apex. That is huge. Nitro could not transfer over and complete the kill, as you said, from the start of the round. Oh, man, that is close. Liquid fans heartbroken. When they see where that plant is and where Apex is, you're thinking that's a Liquid round all the way, that he won't be able to get there in time. And yeah, Zonic calls a timeout. Talk this one over. Look at these kills. Important kills from Apex. The flank on Elige, the trade-off. That's magnificent from Magisk.
Oh, that one wins it, because Naf's the one to cut that off.
Yeah, Naf, not Nitro. Excuse me, couldn't make the transfer. And just the immediate guess that he'd be right along the box as well.
That's crazy. And he stuck it. If he had got off it right away and traded off a Naf, there may have been enough time to get back on that with the kit, but it would have been so tight.
I think at that point, with the smoke down on the bomb as well,
stick it,
it's the right play to just stick it. Exactly. 2-round lead. But that is for Vitality, that's them stopping the run. We still haven't yet seen either of these teams be able to prove that their T-side can be consistently effective. Let's see if they can build upon it. Good nade. ZywOo down to about half health, 44 HP. Molotov comes out. Elige has the first kill. That's ZywOo through the corner of the wall.
But they know he's stuck down there now. Oh, he's just going to brave it. Not bad. Just run the gauntlet back toward connector. And I thought there might have been a counter push toward the apartment's position to try and get him out that way in the underpass, but that's being spammed now rather hectically as well by Apex. oSee's got Magisk. What a response immediately. You said it. They've not been able to string rounds consecutively.
And this is horrible for Vitality. There's no money out of this timeout. There's nothing, and they're not even getting close to a bomb site. They're not going to get that extra $800 from the plant. So Team Liquid putting themselves in a prime position, and they've got all the momentum in the world. 5-on-2. You mentioned they lost one of these in the previous map. This would be the worst time to drop it again.
Oh, yeah, that would be pretty much soul-destroying.
That would be map-defining.
Nitro with fast damage again to Apex, but again, Apex stays alive. Okay, now he's down. Forget that thought for a moment. It's all on to Spinx, 1 on 5. 39 seconds. They know exactly where he is, and here comes the cavalry. Careful, gentlemen, but it is going to be 13 now for Liquid, just 1 round back.
oSee has shot up the scoreboard. He's now 23 kills, tied with Nitro. They're both at the top for Team Liquid, 23 apiece. For Vitality, it's ZywOo at 24 and Spinx at 22. Round 28. And Liquid Vitality have to fight with 3 Deagles, a Scout, and a Tech 9. Smoke Flash is the only nades they bring into the round.
Dupree to the corner. Deagle in hand. Blinded. YEKINDAR knows he's there, so he'll throw a nade out that's going to be significant.
Ooh, falls short.
All right,
I know. Don't even do it anymore.
Done. Why do I bother?
It's not worth.
Oh, I'm going to go into like trauma and shock over them.
Sorry, we'll practice your nade calls moving forward.
No, let's just forget that they exist.
Okay, well, oSee's been shut down. Good shot from Aegis. Previously, he had a 1 Deag on Elige as well, right through that connector smoke, so he's got that one lined up with the Deagle. YEKINDAR still aggressive on Catwalk to make sure that there's no space for Vitality to work with, and that smoke is helping him so well.
Apex, though, with the Scout. Okay. I thought that was a clean headshot all day long.
It looked like it was going to be, for sure. Op is picked up. Interesting. And taken down. Nitro through the smoke immediately. Molotov comes in, but Apex is already swapped up. And
he's going to throw it to ZywOo. Yeah, I like it. Hey, bud, you're good with this gun here. You want it?
Yeah, does his best to get it to him. I think ZywOo's worried about the danger of going for it, but now he's got it in hand. 40 seconds left.
Naf with the shot onto ZywOo. That now means it's just Apex remaining. He's pre-scoped on the Scout. But, okay, gets YEKINDAR. I was low HP from earlier on in the exchange. Now he's down. Tie game, 14-14. Tie game late, but the money's back. Vitality saved for this.
Let's see what they've got. This is a critical round. Team Liquid, obviously, with all this momentum, no reason for them to call a timeout, no reason for them to stress whatsoever. Vitality's not doing it yet either. Excuse me. They call it right at the end. 4th timeout used. They'll have nothing for overtime. One last conversation that Zonic can get involved in here during regulation to go deep into that playbook, deep into the game plan that they had coming into this, see what they can call, because nothing has worked on this T side. Nothing at all. They've struggled against the AWP of oSee. He's been picking them apart in middle. Nitro has been a beast anchoring down that A bomb site. They really haven't challenged a whole lot towards B. They did early a couple times at NAF.
Well, even compared to like what we saw from Liquid, who frankly got obliterated trying it, they haven't even got middle as much. It's been very A-biased so far from Vitality.
Very passive to start rounds. Both teams, I think both teams.
Is that maybe them trying to pressure oSee? Is that maybe they're hoping they can break oSee?
I think both teams are just slowing it down just because there's the other opponent. The defense is doing such a good job of controlling middle at the moment. Why do you keep going back to it if you just keep getting wrecked? Both defenses have had that much success. And if your idea is to try and punish oSee, you're failing in that regard too, because he's putting up a second half, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the point. But maybe you're thinking, you know, group stage oSee, he's looked shaky at times, especially when the pressure's on. Maybe you just keep hitting him.
Look at this call from Liquid. This is a big risk. They changed the defense. You know that whole adage, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, they slide oSee over to the B. They're thinking, okay, Vitality haven't been here in a while. It's been at least 6-7 rounds since they've tested the B bomb. So let's park oSee here. It's going to allow us to hold down the fort on the other side of the map. We can have an A-centric defense with 4 riflers, and oSee's going to have a deep spot, and he's delivering. So you're putting faith in him as well.
YEKINDAR backed off the window with the smoke now in front of it.
But if they don't go B, then all of a sudden your star op or your stud opera in this second half isn't involved. In the climax of the round, 58 seconds.
This is tough. They need a rotation almost now if they don't want to give up map point. And YEKINDAR's committing to the window rather than going around. They're on catwalk. Molotov. Does that leave him deep? Does that leave him burning? It does. He can go into the flames, but he gets the information. He spots catwalk. Doesn't matter. oSee's gone. They've opened up the B site.
Yeah, that happened so fast. That happened so fast that no one was able to shift over. Nitro's just getting to market. Alicia's coming up catwalk as well.
Go through the smoke. Does he try and land on the inside of the window and then shuffle to the corner? Open up his angle? He's going to wait for his teammates instead, which is probably the safer decision. One of his teammates is already on catwalk, but he's being stared at by ZywOo. Lee's just going to have a tough time coming around the corner. dupreeh already double-checking it. Nitro's got the cross on it. ZywOo, they know where he is now. He looks to the door, they back off. He's going to follow it up, though, to take out Naf, and it's all on Nitro. He slides past ZywOo, but he knows he's set and posted. Smoke off of the bomb. That'll force the angle. They saw him already, though, and ZywOo makes no mistake. It's map point first for Vitality.
Oh, what a hit. What a hit. Through mid, up catwalk to the B bomb site. It had been ignored, and that's the switch up that Team Liquid get punished by. They only have oSee there. While he gets the kill and B hauls, there's nowhere to fall back to. They got up catwalk so fast. The timeout that is called works perfectly for Vitality. Zonic pulls another miracle strat out, and it delivers them a 15th round. Vitality have one chance to escape with this map. Otherwise, we're going to overtime. It's round 30. Liquid have plenty of money. Plenty of money to have a solid buy. A Hulls pop, Palace, a timing hit.
Yep, they're switching it up again, and it's going to be solo inside of the site. There is two inside a connector that can rotate over, but that man is Nitro, and he is back towards CT with an M4. They're in. They're waterfalling it down. They're already covering off the firebox, so he'll nade that direction, but dupreeh's come forward of it. Nade's not going to do anything. Puts him on 5. Spinx dropped. oSee, very close quarter combat, and that low HP. Does he try and fire into it? Bomb's going to get planted. We know what happened last time the bomb got planted at Apex at 8 HP, so don't rule dupreeh out of this yet. He's still going to fight in this in every possible scenario, and ZywOo does the same to catch out Nitro. Naf, big win on Magisk. They have to peek it again, and with no one at CT, ZywOo's got more free reign to pick. We saw what he did last round. He tries it again. YEKINDAR gets the kill, but it's dupreeh. It is the low HP once again that could cut this all out. There's a little more time this one to work on. oSee in, dropped, but over the top, YEKINDAR's going to get it. We've got overtime coming as Liquid are going to get the defuse.
We do indeed. ZywOo's been so dangerous in these past 2 rounds. Open space, bomb planted. He's controlling things with his AWP, and that is a very nice, very tough retake for Liquid. But they come all the way back. Don't forget, it was 4-11 at halftime. A brilliant defensive half from Liquid. We're off to a break. We're coming back with extra rounds.
Oh my god, this guy is so good. 2 at the same time? 3? 5? Can't imagine someone as good as him, man.
What are you watching? Oh
Look at it, he does it so well.
Everybody?
With everyone. Look, again.
Again?
The fuck? He's so good.
It's so good. Then he's waiting?
What? No.
Oh, he's gonna take all of them.
Not the ace.
He takes
the ace.
Oh my.
That's exactly what we need, man. Look.
Oh, just like taking him like, look. All 5? Oh my god. I want him to hug me like this. Like, I will be happy.
So good.
We have to bring him with us.
Yeah, with his friend as well.
And I think 2 is
good, okay.
And this guy look great, yeah.
Yeah.
No. Let's win a major first. Of course.
What do you mean?
Well, these two teams refusing to give an inch. 16-7, 7-16. You're tied on rounds when you arrive at Mirage. And guess what? When Mirage is over, we need more rounds to determine if one team wants the lead or not. It was 15-15. This was the final round. The trade, the low HP again. Dupree tucking himself in the corner. Again, we saw what Apex could do with just 8 previously. So you're never comfortable when you're the team that's playing from behind, but maybe that's a bit of an advantage going into overtime.
Yeah, and it's a defensive struggle, which Liquid gets to start off in this overtime. But you got to say, that call at 14-14 from Vitality and ZywOo was absolutely magnificent. Now, another change in the defense again. Liquid got punished late in the half by switching oSee over towards the B halls. Now they've put him in underpass. Apex jiggles it again. No shot from oSee. Molotov comes out, gonna force a smoke out, and he's got to tuck himself into the corner. Doesn't even matter, he's got it anyways. That's the up down. That's a big win for Vitality.
YEKINDAR's gonna try and compensate for this. No one watching that underpass position, but they aren't gonna push through, so YEKINDAR still holds toward top middle, but look at Dupree. Off angle, on the ledge. This is even better. All
is
right.
it?
If it's an op, no. I was going to say better off angle because he's on the curb. The problem is the op, it doesn't matter where he hits you, you're going down.
Yeah, well, if you're Liquid from here on out, you just put oSee back where he's been this entire time. Don't put him anywhere else. Keep him in middle and connector. Keep him at the A bomb site. Keep him parked in that position because he's delivered for you there. But over towards the B bomb site, it's been ineffective. In underpass, it's been a liability. And Nitro's been awesome at anchoring this A bomb site. He has been a champion. But this is a 5-on-3, and he's got no one in support. Actually, excuse me. He's got a leash on a fast flank. This could be a round-winning play. Let him go. Let him go.
Sick.
Yep, this is so smart.
So good.
Elish can't get away with just 1 kill and giving up his position. He needs multiple. He probably needs a double kill at minimum.
Oh, baby. He might get one only because Apex turned back. They went back to throw a utility, I'm sure. He was going back to try and get smokes down. Naf's going to fall. So unfortunately, Elish can be as clever as he likes. It just didn't work in his favor.
But he had to make that play. Gotta respect it. If Apex doesn't come all the way back, which, by the way, is probably a symptom of the fact that it's a 5-on-3. He's like, yeah, we don't need this many players there. I'm just going to rotate back around towards middle, cut off rotations. I'll be there for a late bomb plant, a late post plant, and Alicia's play just gets ruined. Probably one of the most valuable deaths we've seen in this game so far. 16-15, 1-round lead for Vitality.
Yeah, this was the angle that I thought actually was going to win on that. YEKINDAR got himself just off the normal headshot position. Has the AK, but then boom, wrecked, or excuse me, has the M4, but boom, wrecked by the AWP. So 16, and the important thing is Vitality, you said it, T-sides have been hard to come by. They've just got one, and the first one in overtime. That could be a difference in itself, so we'll see how Liquid respond. Elige back toward middle, and you're right, they're not going to put oSee in anywhere uncharacteristic this time. He's going to stay inside the window at this point.
Yep, don't move him. Don't even change anything. Stick with the defense that got you 11 rounds in the second half to bring it all the way back.
Apex works his way out oSee. It's a good shot from YEKINDAR. Nice shot from ZywOo, though, to answer that. oSee's removed immediately inside of the connector, so YEKINDAR backs off a cat and wants to play the crossfire from window instead. Magisk, man, the dry peaks, he is really giving it a go, isn't he?
That has to be something they prepared and planned and looked at and said, you know, there's going to be a lot of mid-presence from Team Liquid. Maybe it's something they called in the timeout. With how many times YEKINDAR, Elige, and oSee have been challenging in connector and on catwalk, they're like, look, you have the opportunity. If you feel it, pick a couple rounds and just go for it.
ZywOo was even saying that right now he thinks the entry role is the hardest role of anything to play. And he said YEKINDAR does so well at knowing when to push. So maybe they are trying something of that nature. This time YEKINDAR didn't push at all. They pushed straight into him from the ladder. He's going to slaughter them, and Naf will tie this game back up with a kill onto Apex.
16-16. Blind kill from YEKINDAR to start the round. I think Nitro winning that duel against Magisk on the dry entry, on the contact entry, was a very critical one to win. If Nitro goes down here, if he misses this timing to check towards Palace and snap down towards Magisk, it causes a rotation. It might actually cause YEKINDAR to move right into their attack.
Couple of fans online, a couple of fans here in the arena, and I'm sure there's many of you in chat really enjoying this game because this series is definitely heated up on this third map, and Spinx back down behind that smoke. It's oSee. For a cabinet, looking for any information. Needs to be careful with his positioning. Oh, YEKINDAR.
Yeah, he's got to be careful too. Already at 10 health. Can't take any stray bullets. He's going to back off a little bit outside the murder hole, which makes oSee's position compromised, so he's got to get away from top con. and look towards window room. There's a shift in the defense at the moment. They're feeling pressure towards the B bomb site. YEKINDAR's slid over. Naf is pushing towards catwalk. oSee's in market for the moment.
The interesting thing is that they're doing this on an anchor right now from a single player, and that's Elige. But they're still working on the Palace. Naf's going to be tagged as well. Nitro's in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah, but oSee's here now. oSee's here now. He can actually slide out if he needs to.
He's going to go on this. He knows they were smoking it. Oh, I didn't know there was 3, but now they have the information, so the rotations are on. And oSee wants to try and line them up. He can't do it. Naf and YEKINDAR so low. Elige is good for 1, but he's standing on the flames. He's going to burn alive. This could be 2 T-sided rounds for Vitality. As oSee strives desperately to find an opening, they're not going to give it to him. And as they slide out, it's too late to cancel the bomb, but he at least gets Magisk. Naf still swinging. Swings twice. Hang on, it's down to just Spinx. A man with 15 found 2. And Spinx is nowhere near the angle to hold this bomb yet. It is planted backside default. He can push the connector to do it, but they're going to get Naf surely on the bomb. They give him the AWP as well, considering his HP, but they have to clear this. Smoke goes down, defuse to start. Spinx already had the lineup for the secondary peek because he knew what the play was going to be, and they'll bring the op back over instead. They just need to hold him off it. Defuse is occurring, and it's going to happen for Naf. He knew he would spray toward the smoke, and it will be 17-16 when we swap sides.
Risky to swap positions in that kind of a call, though, saying, I'm tapping the bomb. Hey, wait, I got the op. Let me slide out there. And he's also got a bait. With that kind of HP, he's got a bait. And I think Naf pointed out at the crowd, he's like, yeah, you saw that sick shit. That double kill with the M4 with only 15 health. That is a nasty kill to find. What a round of impact for both oSee and Naf. Great shot onto Magisk. This is magnificent. Ready for the follow-up peek as well. Apex had no chance.
Nasty as.
Yeah, you can't even believe it, can you? No. Tough loss to take. 17-16. Only 1 round on the T side and OT for Vitality. And now it's Team Liquid. And they better be crossing their fingers that the long delay from Vitality's defensive half has caused them to slow down, but Spinx is going to get right back to his winning ways.
Oh, if they could try to control the run boost and drop on the edge of the smoke. He just drops into the crosshair. So Vitality with the first blood and the advantage in this round.
That's just not a new feeling for Team Liquid's offense. They played so many in regulation 4-on-5.
Bomb to be left at spawn a little bit longer as oSee and Nitro gather themselves. Elige still waiting at mid, so this will be 1-2-1 to A, presumably. But look at Magisk getting aggressive on that. He wants to shut it down. This is going to be a tough position for them to figure out late. Flash in. Bye-bye. See ya, oSee.
He was so good in this position as well. If you want to go back to regulation, Spinx in middle was phenomenal. They just got the top of A ramp. It was brutal. So Elige is in the smoke and connector. Naf and Nitro both over here at the A bomb site. There's 39 seconds left on the clock.
1 round is all Liquid needs to force out double overtime, just to be clear.
Yeah, that's easier said than done with the way defenses have been playing. ZywOo's here with the op as well. And he started to come into God mode, ZywOo. Towards the end of regulation on the T side. He leads the server and kills 32.
Oh, spotted. Naf taken down by Apex at range.
There's no safe plant either anymore.
Just gonna try and swing in. AWP, he got the call, but he didn't react in time. Nitro hit the shot. You would have thought he said there's 2 there, but either way, at least just walked around to his death.
He's swinging off that contact, and obviously ZywOo just already has the angle. Quick shot from ZywOo. 1 kill, but it's a big one onto Elige to make sure nothing more can happen. And Elige had to make that play at that time because time in the round was running out. Tied up at 17.
So who gets to play for the map first in overtime? That's what this round is for. 18-18, double overtime needed. 19, it's done.
Now, one thing that Vitality did in regulation to grab that round right at the end was they switched into like a more execute, timing, pop-heavy style in the last 2 rounds of the game. Liquid was never able to transition into a similar kind of strategy. They stayed slow paced. This time, it's fast mid control from Elige, and thankfully for them, there's no aggression. They got to be happy about that one, but that's probably sending red flags out towards someone like Naf.
Yeah, well, hang on. He's got an off angle. He's going to find the first. Spots the second, and he will take those welcomingly as he walks back out to hit a headshot. And does he expect further aggression? He slowed it down. Does he see the elbow? He does, but doesn't snap fast enough. He did do damage, so damage is welcome in this situation, despite that they lose 1 of the 2-man advantage.
You want to talk about how smart YEKINDAR is as well. He's saying there's a lot of action. There's a lot of aggression on that side of the map. Means there's less manpower here. oSee falls. YEKINDAR doesn't pounce just yet. Waiting for the perfect moment. And Apex is going to slide out again. He's going to have another one. That's Elige to fall. And YEKINDAR still not put into play.
Trying to catch him off. He gets tagged. 9 HP. Apex does a huge amount of work to pull this back as Dupree reverse fire, trying to jump up on it. Finally gets the mechanics to work in his favor.
They knew Dupree was in Palace, right? He got the kill on a NAF, so they know he's at the A bomb site somewhere, either in halls or in the site itself.
Yeah, but do you really want to tempt fate and go back against ZywOo versus a damaged Dupree? I mean, I guess that the lesser known is that it could be 2 players as opposed to one-on-ones. But ZywOo is going to be here. Holds his P250, interestingly enough. Not the AWP, and maybe that's why. Oh, goodness me, he knew YEKINDAR was low. And now he's gonna get ready to play off in a one-on-one against Nitro, as it still sits with those 2 in the site. He can run, he can gun, he can bait out shots, and soon there's gonna be no ammo left for Nitro, and he knows there's a second player on the move. How does he find this? He's gotta go aggressively, and ZywOo toys with him the whole time to get 18 for Vitality.
He had him on a string. He had him on a string that whole time. ZywOo pulled Nitro into every fight that he wanted.
When have you seen ZywOo with an op go, nah, I'll just play with a P250?
Had to have known YEKINDAR was low. Oh man, what a good play. ZywOo just slides in and plays it patiently, but this is the round-winning play from Apex. Stops everything stone cold. Double kill at top con.
And YEKINDAR didn't go on either of those. I think because he was worried that there was going to be a second set of eyes on Connector, but they got caught off so hard by Apex.
And there were dual smokes in that bomb site as well. One was ZywOo's, one was Nitro's, and Nitro couldn't find him around those smokes. ZywOo played that perfectly. That's a masterclass.
Actually insane that T-side's been so hard for Liquid. They get the opener, NAF doubles plus almost a third, and they still couldn't close it. Lovely slide from Spinx, but YEKINDAR does respond. There goes the op.
Huge trade for YEKINDAR. Ever since Liquid started rotating oSee around on the CT side at the end of regulation, he's gotten a little bit quiet. He got pulled out of his rhythm. It's ZywOo who's taken over this game. 3 players up catwalk. Dupree's in ladder room. Spinx is going to shift over towards the A bomb site, so it's just the 2 defenders. Question becomes, can Dupree get anything and how many?
Dupree. Oh, good find again from YEKINDAR. He's spotted by Apex, gets taken down, but now they know where he is. He's going to try and make himself a bit of a smooth criminal inside of the smoke and fade away, but NAF, AWP staring at him. Bomb to be planted, Spinx to deny. They didn't know he was that close, but he gets traded out as well. Magisk is all that remains between a win or more rounds again. And Magisk is spotted. NAF sees him. He's going to swing out. NAF gets the kill. We're doing it again, baby.
Double
round him up.
Overtime. That is absolutely magnificent. Liquid pull it right back.
Absolutely they do. That was massive from NAF. Gave away maybe a round that they shouldn't have, but you could say that on both sides throughout this entire game. This is going to be a slog.
God, neither team giving it up either. And we're right back into it. No break, no breathing room, no time for the teams. We play again. 22 is the magic number for victory now in double overtime.
Spinx to the window first, puts out the incendiary already, so YEKINDAR can't cross, but he doesn't want to. Sees all that utility, falls off of it. Nitro instead, though, with some pace, trying to force a reaction out of B. And this is why.
Ooh, a little bit
and it's worked, because look at ZywOo. He was already on the way. They've got a gap. If they go right now, there's a chance they get in. Magisk tries to line it up. He's traded off. And now they need to be aware. You've got space. You've got time. You don't have anything towards CT, however, and ZywOo comes over there late. That might be misleading, because NAF has the bomb down inside of the site, and no one is ready to cover him. oSee needs to swing on that, and he does. Apex down. YEKINDAR finds middle. It's just ZywOo remaining, but it's just ZywOo remaining. We saw how good he was with the P250. He's blinded up this time. Tries to jump away. Tagged to 41. And this gets further and further from possible, the more likely they are to burrow into these positions. So he'll nade toward NAF,
to get him.
And it's going to be YEKINDAR that gets it. Does get him. You were right. You called that one, Jason. But YEKINDAR gets the round first.
Yeah, what a great round from Team Liquid. That's the first real success they've had at kind of switching up the timings and the aggression of that kind of a hit. And you're exactly right. A perfect fake setup from Team Liquid to pull all the attention away. Really, really isolating that A defender. Great job from oSee as well, providing support fire with the op from Palace. Critical kills, 2 of them. 1 through the smoke to start things off, and 1 to protect NAF.
Quick movement from Vitality. 2 players down toward the underpass, and they're going to flash Spinx in. Back turn, quick pop, quick check, nothing there. And now they'll know they've got a bit more space to work with inside of middle as well. They've already shuffled Dupree back over. It's ZywOo blinded. That will find Elige, and then through the smoke, he gets Nitro. Not a bad situation to put himself in at all.
Yeah, ZywOo showing why he's one of the best players in the world, and he's showing real dominance with his AWP, up to 39 frags now. Minute and 12 seconds on the clock. YEKINDAR, Naf, and oSee, the only ones remaining 3 versus 5. They spent pretty much all their utility at that A bomb site. They don't have a whole lot to work with, but they're going to try and coordinate with YEKINDAR to take mid control, and maybe they can find a kill. If they can grab Spinx and bring this into a 3-on-4 without taking too much damage, without taking a loss, then it's possible. And I think Spinx knows it, so he's going to slide out into safety.
Scariest part of all of this for Vitality is that YEKINDAR's woken up in this game. He's up to 32. He now leads the way for Liquid. It's ZywOo, the only one that's ahead.
He got there quietly.
Yeah, this is when he does his best work. When he has no utility in front of him and you give him space, he's going to walk in and find these angles.
There's a gap here that he can use. No one's actually checking this, and he sees the gun barrel. ZywOo's not at a deep enough angle, and dupree's close to A ramp, so nobody knows.
Yeah, that's a kill. This has to be done. He went early. He gave Spinx a chance to react based on the sound cue. But it's opened up. Pulled one back. Needs to find others. dupree's not looked away, but he will now. Waited for the flash. That was his cue, but Naf gets the information on that. How do they respond? oSee's waiting for Ticket. ZywOo wants to sneak out. He knows he can't. He knows he's being watched. Lovely shot, you have to say. It's all on oSee, 1-on-3, and he knows his positioning is compromised, that he has to find a better spot to be because they're going to be coming from CT at the very least, but there's too many more angles. Still they want to take their time. Still they want to be patient on this. Swings out. First shot success. Goes on to the Tech 9 instead. Tries to get Apex. He does, but Magisk came back. Oh, Magisk came back in time.
Yeah, you're exactly right. There was nowhere for oSee to go. He had to get aggressive somewhere. You could see him hoping and praying that Magisk was going to offer himself up on Catwalker and Connector before the CT spawn fight began. Almost a doable situation. None of these rounds are easy. That's a 3 versus 5. That comes into a very close affair. Look at these opening kills. Half blind. Elige peeks a little bit late. ZywOo's, it's fading, the flashbang. And right before the smoke pops, he goes out for one more, knowing the smoke is going to cover him after the shot. Perfect escape.
Solid performance across the board right now. This is nuts. 19-19, 22 to win, 21s. Oh, we go to a third. We join in at YEKINDAR while he's blinded up, and he finds ZywOo falling down. Second round in a row, ZywOo has died in the window early. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Excuse me, it was 2 rounds ago. Last round was a little bit different, but he has lost that battle twice in overtime now as Nitro's going to take out Spinx. dupree has to back off, smoke dissipating.
And think about this now, too, is Team Liquid have a 5-on-3 in this final round of the first half of overtime. This has been a very CT-sided affair. They're about to grab 2 offensive rounds in second overtime. A huge benefit when they switch over. Apex going to get aggressive and try and even things out, trying to claw them back into this. Elige at top mid is looking for the peek off Catwalk, but Apex is going to win it. That's a solid shot. He's had a very good game, Apex. 21 kills, but some very, very impactful ones. Nitro's waiting and lurking in the smoke out at Palace. He's going to start sliding out as it fades. YEKINDAR in middle. He does grab dupreee. Makes no mistake. You said he started coming alive. Yeah, he certainly has.
Magisk, though, was not ever accounted for. Down goes Nitro. Bombs over at B. Apex is going to try and beat them into this, though.
I feel like YEKINDAR needs to get on Catwalk. I don't know if he's feeling comfortable in actually doing it, but the last time they did this, remember, ZywOo was hiding in the bomb site, and Magisk is rotating over, so this is essentially a 2-on-2 at the moment. They have no idea.
None at all, and it's an AWP on one of them. Always looked the wrong way at the wrong time. That is so favorable for Napa. Magisk back into position will at least get oSee. And what's the call? 18 seconds. You have to commit to this bomb site, but you need YEKINDAR closer.
Yep, he's here now. They had to wait for it.
Magisk, smoked, flashed, going to go through, spotted Naf, trying to plant, doesn't matter. It's going to be the win on the T side for Liquid. They have a chance to close this out defensively.
They certainly do. What a round from Team Liquid. 5-on-3, and they close it out perfectly. Nobody's missing that. Nobody's going to let that play at the back of the B bomb site happen again. 20-19. oSee's got the AWP in hand. Great work from Naf clearing out Apex, but Magisk almost made this work, almost made this doable, and a one-tap from YEKINDAR to close it out. Here we go.
Pace will be high. I have a feeling they're going to try and exploit as fast as they can before Liquid can set into the default after utility's been deployed.
Yeah, the exact style they switched into at the end of regulation.
That said, good counter Molotov toward A main. That gives Nitro a bit of breathing space. There you go. He spots it with the jump. Now they'll rotate it over, but they're already underneath of oSee. He hears it now, but he's flashed off in the corner. dupreee, that's a sitter. Free kill, and a second to follow it up, and Elige gets removed.
Nitro's still alive in the bomb site, but he's very much alone. Naf is still over at B, and YEKINDAR's checking underpass at the moment. This is slowed way, way down, and Vitality is just loving the space they're given, not even worrying about the A bomb site. This is the site that's under attack, but they've ignored it this whole time. They've killed everyone other than Nitro, and ZywOo's got another.
That is huge. Naf gets Dupree back, but bomb's being planted. He's left now in a 1-on-3.
That's a nice little switch up.
That was crazy fast. Dupree just wrecked them.
Yeah, get aggressive towards Khan. That's a throwback to the way old days. Dupree with huge plays coming over the stairs towards Khan. Nav might go for this because why not? You got all the money in the world, but yeah.
It's the overtime. Remember, we sit with what is it, 12-5 now, and
yeah, even exit kills. Even exit kills won't matter other than stat pads.
Apex, I think Apex even saw him and had the nade out and was like, whatever.
Yeah,
the round's already over.
You can have it. Well, there's an AK-47 passed over to Naf at the very least.
So with that, we go 20-20. Man, oh man, this one's getting good.
And when they get these kills, they can just remain parked there. Because remember, this is a fast-paced tactic. Look at the time on the clock. There's a minute that Liquid have to work with and try and recover the situation. And you're going to be peeking. You're going to be looking for information. You're going to be trying to find out what the most effective play can actually be. That's a lot of time for a player like ZywOo to be parked looking for kills with the AWP. You get this guy some open space and some time to work with. We know what he can do with it. oSee misses a shot on the jumping players. And again, they're going to be fast towards connector. Apex and Magisk are already challenging. But this is going to be a B play. ZywOo's already moved in with the bomb behind Dupree. They're trying to pull most of the focus towards A and mid, which they've been successful with. But it's going to be towards the B bomb site. And oSee, with all this pressure, is parked in ladder room. He doesn't know what's coming, so he can't just hop down ladder and turn the corner and look towards catwalk.
Well, he's going to try it, because he's got to do something to get assertive. AWP in a tight position. Magisk bounced out of the corner by an incendiary. We'll go back toward middle, and oSee is, I think, aware of that because they would have heard that tick of damage. The fact that it hit him, and he's down on 39 HP.
Oh, they need to have a shift in the defense, though. Naf is all on his own. He's got no Molotov to slow things down, just a smoke, and that's not going to stop any of this hit from Vitality.
Yeah, and he's a bit late deploying it. He hears them now. Call for the rotation. oSee gets into position because he got out of the ladder in time. Found the first. Naf in the corner. Follows up. It's an off angle that you wouldn't expect to cover. And they know oSee's still there trying to tap in. It's Spinx that's going to be tagged. That allows Elige to close the kill. And it might be map point for Liquid. 41 seconds. ZywOo pumps the brakes. He still has the bomb in his hand. If there's any chance to get back, it's going to rely on this kill from Magisk at top middle, and he misses it. So even though they have the information, he's going to go back and try and beat
they found the escape route.
Oh my god, they have.
Well, Naf's going to be Naf's on Khan. ZywOo's got to turn and challenge us with the AWP. This is everything. Naf has to peek.
He didn't.
Oh, he didn't. He let ZywOo go. Magisk can CT spawn. He's going to grab YEKINDAR, and all of a sudden the round is back on.
Wow, on a single slip. And they raced because they knew Nitro was inside of the apartments. ZywOo didn't even fight him. I thought he was just going to go challenge him with the pistol to open it up. They get to the site. They've got another kill. They've got Naf down. They've got Elige. What a recovery from Vitality, but it's not done yet. And it's the next bullet that wins because it's 18 for Nitro and 14 for Magisk. 32 kills for Nitro to 25, though, but I would say the advantage with the T's because that bomb continues to tick, and Nitro clearly had no idea, but a single bullet did in fact do it, and it's going to be map point for Liquid.
He slow played that clutch, that 1v1. He waited so patiently, hoping and praying for a mistake, and Magisk gave it to him. And denied the spray right at the end of the round. And if you remember, Magisk was the one who did a little bit of teabagging earlier on in regulation, so Nitro gets to give him one back.
Yeah, take that, tomato face.
Dude, I can't believe they slipped out in this fashion. I am very surprised and shocked that Team Liquid didn't challenge the move-up connector, and that's what I was just talking about. ZywOo with time and open space with that AWP is so deadly, so dangerous. And he is having a world-class performance, but it wasn't enough there. Liquid with one chance to close this out.
And it needs to be solid. ZywOo already inside A main. They haven't had a lot of contact. No one at CT at all. They started off with an aggressive B-sided tactic, and ZywOo, he's already removed one from this round.
Yeah, that's Nitro. That's the guy holding down the fort. That's the one that is meant to be there in CT spawn. YEKINDAR slides out. He grabs one. Into a 4-on-4 we go. And look at Apex. Look at Apex. He's moved into the B bomb site so early, the bomb's going to come back around. Liquid have no idea. This has triple overtime written all over it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Liquid with...
They still have no clue.
Best chance yet. You're absolutely right. Bomb is inside of the apartments, and now they start to rotate, and my god, Apex is perfectly positioned, and they're staggered as well. Naf's way far ahead of oSee at this point in time. Does he wait? Does he consider? Surely something gave this away. What was it? So how do they deal with it? Well, Molotov is going to slow this retake down even further. oSee saw it. Oh, he just barely saw it. So that takes at least the biggest threat of kills before retake out of the equation.
Yeah.
But it still has a lot of time in favor of Vitality. And a flashbang in Majestic. He's not going to be blinded by, in fact, that's going to take out Elige because YEKINDAR threw that right in front of him. So ZywOo holds. Misses the first shot, but more information. They know that Naf's inside of the kitchen and wants to come out. And they've got a dish cooked up for him on arrival because Majestic is able to spot from both angles. ZywOo finds YEKINDAR, Spinx steps out, and it is going to be looking like triple overtime unless oSee hits some incredible shots, but the time has already gone. We are doing it again.
Man, Vitality has just started out-calling Team Liquid in so many of these rounds. What a tactical outplay. Brilliance from Vitality to keep them alive. Another break, and we come back with overtime number 3.
Hey Future Pros, I wanted to show you an alternate way to take some mid control on Mirage. To get the most out of this, you'll need 4 Future Pros, 2 smokes, 2 flashes, a molly, and a HE. Future Pro number 1, you'll be throwing the top mid smoke. To throw the smoke, stand beside the stairs, aim at the wire above the corner of the building, then just throw the smoke. Future Pro number 2, you will throw the smoke that lands on the mid-ramp. Stand at the opposite end of the stairs as Future Pro 1. Place the tip of your smoke over this dark smudge. Then just throw the smoke. A note for this, you will need the classic view model to line this one up. Future Pro number 3, you'll be throwing a couple of supporting flashes. To throw your first, run towards this wooden beam. While against the beam, aim just to the right of the bottom of this line. Running jump throw the flash to blind anyone who could have a good spawn. Then toss your second flash into the ramp smoke. Future Pro number 4, you will actually get to utilize this nifty ramp smoke, but first bank a molly off this wall which will land behind the ramp smoke. Also toss a HE into mid if you want. Now you get to sit behind the smoke and look for some fights. Listen out for some burn damage as a CT will think their best option might be to play behind the smoke. From the CT perspective, you can see it'll be very difficult to spot a T over the smoke. So good luck.
Well, we do not have a conclusion yet. These two teams are going back and forth, and the changes in it. Look at that angle. Look at what oSee saw.
He had 100 HP. He blew off his wrist.
Man, I saw a bunch of people in chat being like, why did he peek? What is he do? Yeah, okay, all right, calm down, chat, because I don't think anyone of you would have expected that to take you down. That was an incredible shot.
Oh, man.
oSee.
Where the Mirage haters at, baby? We got triple overtime. This one's 121. Liquid's going to be on that CT side. And they had one chance to close it out, weren't able to pull it off. What a phenomenal call. What a phenomenal call for Vitality. Apex just pulled one out of the hat.
YEKINDAR takes down Dupree. That's the start for Liquid. He's going to double it up as well. And Elige, what a chance. What a mid-take from Liquid.
This started off with an 11-4 lead. If you're just joining us, it was 11-4 at halftime in regulation in the favor of Vitality. Liquid's defense came storming back. And overtime has been a very obviously contested affair. 5-on-2. There goes YEKINDAR. He's brought ZywOo down to 43 HP. But that'll thin things out. That'll force some shifts in the defense. Nitro's going to get aggressive and push in towards Palace. Start clearing out A. He wants information. He wants to be able to cheat his teammate over. So Elige heads to the B bomb site. oSee can watch for a jump up in towards window room through the murder hole. And Nitro is going to continue to push. And as soon as they make their presence known, Nitro is going to sprint to the B bomb site.
Naf just waiting it out. Secondary opper with a primary target. Not able to hit it though. oSee comes around. He will. ZywOo's going to take Naf down on the second shot, but Elige cuts him off. And it's 22-21.
Yep, what a great start.
25 to win now.
Double kill from YEKINDAR. You mentioned him coming alive at a certain point. It was quiet for a lot of people on Team Liquid for quite some time. YEKINDAR's now up to 39 kills.
The quietest is still Elige, which is surprising because typically he builds into games that he's slow to start in. And there's the final kill from him onto ZywOo. So 20 kills now.
Yeah, well, thankfully he's got oSee up there as well with YEKINDAR. Nitro delivered a lot of performance early on. Everyone on Team Liquid except for Elige, who's not having a bad game, just quiet by his standards. Lean towards the A bomb site for Liquid. They have the right call. YEKINDAR is parked. Nitro is going to play over towards stairs and ticket. Elige is going to come up connector as soon as they know the hit is coming.
Nitro with the quick smoke to self-defend. This is a lovely spot from YEKINDAR. Reverse firebox. This could so easily be overlooked considering no one's played it all game, and he's going to pop out early enough to take down Apex. Good shot back from ZywOo. He wanted to defend his teammates from CT, so that's why he went so quickly. Maybe patience would have prevailed in this situation because suddenly the site is lost. In a 4-on-2, and oSee can't do anything about ZywOo jumping towards CT.
He was partially blinded, couldn't connect the second kill because he couldn't see ZywOo until it was too late. Naf, let's see what he can do. Oh, more impact. Another brilliant double. Brings it into a 2-on-2. oSee slides out. He's got one more, but Spinx is up next.
Spinx is up next and still has the best position possible for this. Now, the bomb's not planted for him. That's the problem. He can easily try and cut off the player coming from the jungle position, but he has to go. He's revealed his position. oSee's going to get it. What a clutch back from Naf and oSee. 37 kills now for oSee, 35 for Naf. YEKINDAR still leads the way on 40, but everyone on Liquid is starting to really get into this.
It's just so uncanny what Naf is able to do time and time again. Think of the round in Murder Hole when he had 15 HP and grabbed two incredible headshots.
Second one was like through the edge of the friggin' wood.
And once again, this is almost like an impossible situation. He's getting swung in CT spawn, and the second player coming for him is arguably the best player in the world.
Man, oh man, oSee's looking great as well. That was pretty fast, wasn't it?
It sure was. Yep, frustration. Frustration for Vitality. That was a round they probably should have had. They felt like was firmly in their control.
This is so much more than just this map now. When you're into triple overtime of a best of 5.
Oh, it's going to be so demoralizing.
Everything's knotted up. Exactly. You're going to demoralize your opponent going into overpass. This has everything written on it. Nitro, window, passive, Molotov down. He's going to put an incendiary out to cover off the underpass position. YEKINDAR waiting for a response on that. Didn't hit it. He didn't hit it. He missed the spray, and Apex will live with 13.
And he's been so good in some of those his initial engagements in these rounds for a long time now since he's switched on. That's a tough loss to take, but Apex brought low. Elige is going to make up for it by getting information. Sees that Palace is clear. Magisk is still lurking on A ramp. Complete mid control for Vitality. The tough part here is the extremities are pushing. If they go up catwalk to the B bomb site, there's no one to defend. Naf is way out of position.
oSee didn't fire into the smoke preemptively. Double flash, and poor old Dupree doesn't know what just hit him, so he starts firing back in defense.
Oh, Elige is going to be flanking Magisk. If this takes too long for Vitality to come to fruition, it's going to be a freebie for Elige, and then it gets so difficult. There it is. Easy frag. They might actually have to fall back right into Naf's waiting arms.
oSee still up on ticket. They are going to go back. Naf's going to try and spring the trap on them, but they're above him. He doesn't have a clean angle on it. They're trying to get the op into position. He hears that, but he doesn't check connector. He thinks they've all gone. He actually just walked behind a free kill. Meanwhile, Nitro, okay, Naf did turn back to find Spinx. Nitro's doing what he can to hold this off, but the plant's coming in, and Apex in the corner has to be perfect to hold the door and the window, and ZywOo nearly gives himself up to oSee, who is waiting for it. Apex will spring on that. He goes out to find it, and it's going to be a trade back by oSee, all on ZywOo, 1-on-3. He's 1-on-1-on-3 already in this game, way back in regulation, but that was with an M4, and this time he's quick switched off at Naf with the kill. It's going to be 3 chances to close this game for Liquid when they swap over.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for anything more if you're Team Liquid. You couldn't ask for anything more. 3 opportunities, that's massive, and Vitality have to be in shambles at this point. What a stand in triple overtime out of the break. Liquid come back. I don't know if I'm imagining things. A little bit of a smirk, a little bit of a grim on Liege.
Oh, man, Liquid.
That's interesting, because if Naf had at any one point just been like, all right, they're up catwalk. If he makes a footstep, Spinx swings and clears him, and that's a whole different round. Razor-thin margins between these two teams on Mirage.
ZywOo gap. They jump. Oh, he read that so well. He was already preset for it. YEKINDAR just got smoked at the top of the jump.
That run boost has not accomplished anything for Team Liquid.
No, these nades might, though. They're going to double nade toward the top of Horseshoe. Never mind. I'm going to shut up again.
You keep telling me you're not going to go back to it.
Yeah, one of these days, Jason.
oSee wants to get started clearing out the B bomb site early. Takes a big risk just sliding into the peak towards market window. The rest of his team is coming behind. Dupree's just at an off angle. Rest of Team Liquid is here. They're hitting a timing right now towards this B bomb site that Vitality's not ready for. Dupree's going to be the only one. ZywOo's hustling to get over, but oSee's going to attempt to pin him down. Smoke is going to obscure the cross, and Dupree falls back. They're more than happy to play the 5-on-4, 5-on-3 now retake.
Liege waiting at the window for anyone to jump through. They need a kill. They need the next one. That goes without saying. Bomb planted. oSee's got it. Spinx down. We saw the gun barrel, but he knows he can't swing it because it's a dual angle. All 4 inside of the checker's position, and the smoke is close enough that they're going to come straight through. They didn't see Liege, but Liege didn't see the second, and they have a chance on this. Dupree is frozen in place. He is scared right now, and he's going to get spotted out as Liege jumps away, a doubling up position, and they're all going to go down. Liquid's going to take it with a clean sweep in triple overtime.
That is stunning. What a huge win for Team Liquid. The grinding marathon of Mirage, and it all started, remember, with a massive, a monumental comeback, perhaps a grand final defining comeback from Team Liquid from 4 to 11. They stuck in that so long, and how do you bounce back if you're Vitality?
You better rely on Zonic. You better hope that he has something for this, because this is what we talked about. This is going to demoralize you heading in